Welcome everybody, this is MoonTimeDweller playing Legacy today in the ManaTrader series. This video is brought to you by ManaTraders themselves. My new promo code is Moon_6R4. That's the number 6, the letter R, and the number 4. I'm happy to be coming back to streaming and putting up videos again after a little bit of a bout with Hodgkin's lymphoma. You can follow me on YouTube and Twitter, also at MoonTimeDweller. And hopefully we can get this here started soon. I'm gonna submit to play the match. And then I'm gonna bring up the screen here. Okay, so I'm pretty new to all this, at least with the ManaTrader series. Hope everybody's having a good day, good week. Looking forward to a fun weekend. Playing with the Legacy Merfolk combo. It's a relatively new combo as far as this year goes. It's got the ever-polarizing Thassa's Oracle here, and an old card from, I believe, Weatherlight, is it? Or Mirage, called Paradigm Shift. And it looks like I've been paired. Oh, okay. So I have to go to tournament practice. Interesting. Okay. Here, I'm sorry, folks. This is me learning on the job here. Haven't really been too prepared, and it looks like it's a 7-match series. And my computer's a little bit slow. Again, sorry, folks. Going to Legacy tournament practice. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? Legacy tournament practice, best of 3, 25 minutes. Looks like that's what I've got. But that's not who I'm looking for, is Bulls OI, is it? Looking for Flying Whales. I'm supposed to be playing against a guy named Flying Whales, and he's already in a game. Aha. Alright. So it looks like this is a little convoluted here as far as this goes, because it's the tournament practice room, and it looks like everybody can join. So, you kind of have to be a quick draw, or, more prepared than I am right now, and have a faster computer than I do right now at the moment. So what I'm going to do here is, hopefully this will help. I'm going to close out of the internet here. And hopefully my computer will be able to catch up a little easier. And we're going to be back online. And I know I kind of just mentioned it passing by, that I did have a bout with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Nobody worry too much. Hopefully I'm on the tail end of it right now. And that's why I'm trying to get back into playing online and entertaining you fine folks if I can. Maybe get a few people to follow me here and there. Just have some fun. But my point was, I'm willing to answer any questions anybody has through the YouTube comments, or if you want to email me at moontimedweller@gmail.com. More than happy to answer any questions, or listen to any stories, anything you want to share about cancer, or taking care of a loved one that had to deal with any kind of sickness or anything like that. It's it's always good to discuss things like that, regardless of, you know, if it was actually cancer or something else. All right, so we're gonna get started here playing against Flying Whales. Mox Diamond into Underground Sea, goes into the grave. Verdant Catacombs down to 19. Get a Bayou. That's a Chalice on 1. Not too worried about all that. Okay, so I think everything's right? Okay, hopefully everything's looking good. This is a potentially pretty good hand. Looks like I've got the combo in my hand. The only things that would really have made this hand better is if I had a turn 1 Aether Vial, because then you can get really potentially a turn 3 win. Knight of Reliquary with 2 forces in hand, but I'd have to use a force to play the force. And I'm not sure if I'm too worried about that. They have 2 cards left in their hands, so yeah, I guess I am kind of worried about that. Because, I mean, you know, they may not have as many things left in their hand. Alright, let's see here. I'm just going to keep basics out, just in case of a wasteland. And really, the best play probably would have been to play Paradigm Shift there. But I'm a little too conservative. I'm still getting used to replaying with Legacy again. So, please bear with me. That might have been the more ideal play. Because they've just got another Chalice. They're out of cards. Yeah. This would have been much better. But I'm still fine with just playing a true name here and actually kind of swerving them. Because, I mean, I'm not really playing with them. But I'm not going for the risk win. And it does have considerably less risk because they have no cards in hand. But I'm willing to take a lot less risk by doing this. So we can do this. Only got 1 card in my hand. And I can do Paradigm Shift. So see, I exile all cards from my library and then I shuffle into my graveyard. Force of Will is the only card in my graveyard. So it becomes 1 card in my library. And then I just play Thassa's Oracle. And it can't be countered, so even if they did have a counterspell in their hand, it'll hit the board and I'll have 4 Devotion. And you get to scry and look at all the cards from the top of your library and yada yada yada. But what it boils down to essentially is I only get to look at the 1 card in my hand, or in my library, I mean. And you know, if the Devotion outweighs the number of cards in your library, which it usually does, if you play the Oracle correctly, you'll just win the game outright. That's how the card works. So it's a little bit of a cheat win. But to tell you the truth, Merfolk and Legacy kind of needed it. There are several people that play Legacy Merfolk and have done it for a long time and are very successful with it, but it was much more of a struggle before Thassa's Oracle came out and before Paradigm Shift was used in the deck. I did use it a few times, and it was more of a kind of like Goblins, you know, where it looked like an aggro deck on the surface, but in reality it was a control deck that could last forever. So this has become more of a combo deck. Dare I say, shifted more to a combo deck. Alright, so I mean, I'm okay with this. This is pretty good. Again, I'm a little bit afraid of Wasteland. I think I just saw them play Wasteland. I'm not sure though. I did play a league earlier today, so and I saw a considerable amount of Wasteland, so I could be mixing it up with that. But regardless, this is the format. All right, so cycling. Yeah, I didn't really think about the sideboard there too much. I probably could have brought in the ley lines. I didn't think too well about that. I was really just thinking about, hey, the combo worked on this one. There won't be very many counter spells in this deck. I'm thinking just ship a Lord out. Kind of be a lightning rod for something, you know? Like a Fatal Push or another Decay or maybe a Swords or Path. But your Legacy normally doesn't play Path. Wow, this looks like to be a... Is this 4 or 5 colors? Interesting. Okay. We're going to do a land. I got to dismember this guy while I can. And ship out another Lord because I just keep drawing them. And try to pummel them for 3 here. Now, normally in well, maybe not so much in Modern, but in Pioneer, I just F6 a lot of times if I'm playing with Merfolk or, you know, Blue Devotion as it is in Pioneer. Or Standard, I guess, but I don't really play Standard. But, you know, in that regard, I don't normally hit F6 unless it's a format that does that. Oh, wow, here's Tabernacle. Yuck. But the reason I say that is because I was playing someone on here recently, and they asked for some kind of courtesy for me to hit F6, and I was thinking, it's Modern, bud, and I'm playing Merfolk. I mean, at least I'm going to try to act like I have a Force of Negation. You know, even if I don't have one. So, you know, and even if I didn't, I would be like, hey, I got Gut Shot. You don't know. So, Tabernacle is going to be an issue here, but seeing as how I've got Island Walk with both of them, and they played a Tropical Island, they're kind of wide open to getting hit here. But, you know, I'm not invincible by any means. Combo is pretty far off right now. I would need a land and the Paradigm Shift to get it off. And there's no card draw coming ahead right now. And I don't have... Well, I've got some removal in my hand. But it looks like if I can draw an island, I will be happy with that. I think. Yeah, I think really drawing an island would be the best, because then I can just pay for the 2 creatures and be able to activate the Mutavault, and I think that's a win, right, if I do that, right? Yeah, 4 and 7 and 3 is 10, yeah. Yuck. What is this? Get this out of here. Don't show this message again. Guaranteed that will show back up in another 7 minutes. I don't even read that stuff. Alright, probably should though. Okay. Alright, so... Not drawing a land here, but still have... Oh, look at that. They dropped out the Tropical Island. I completely missed that through the night. Well, isn't our opponent a good player? Yeah, happily. That's interesting. I wonder if they're gonna just play another Plague Engineer and or... Oh, okay. Oh, Wasteland's rough. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about right there. Well, yeah, we'll just play that and hope to draw an island. Oh, no. Oh, well. It's pretty good, though. Pretty good. I'm gonna leave the Dark Confidant because they're gonna have to pay 2 to keep their creatures, and I don't know if they're gonna do that. Okay, looks like they will. And they won't have any mana for anything else. So they're gonna be able to. They're gonna have to sack with the Knight and play a land if they have one somehow. Would they reveal there? Another Dark Confidant. Okay, so they took 2 down to 7, and we know they have a Dark Confidant in their hand. Well, guess I'm just gonna have to pay for these here creatures. That'll be a done deal. Yuck. Alright. Can't seem to get anything else. Can't seem to... Okay. Yeah, this would be kind of rough, but, you know, this is the reason why I put Spreading Seas in my sideboard. You know, it's a guarantee in the modern version of Merfolk, but in Legacy it's not really played often, and definitely not in the main deck. But sideboard, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty necessary for you know, just games like this and elves and, you know, like I said, goblins earlier. Just decks that will clog up the board, or, you know, you just get into a situation where, if I just had Island Walk, I could do, you know, enough damage to win. So let's see here. I mean, they can attack me for 11, but if they do, they risk dying, right? Yes. This thing can't tap for mana, does it? Yeah, okay, I was gonna say. Alright, there's another Wasteland. Yuck. Yeah, that Knight of Reliquary has really dug through their deck for them. There's a Woolward, but I'm never going to be able to play it unless I get a bunch of land, and that's just not going to happen with this Tabernacle out. Yeah, this is getting to be a problem. Getting to be a problem, kind of like if you're watching the movie Clue and 5 people have already died in the movie, and they say, this is getting serious. Yuck. Cabal Pit. Ugh. Man. I guess I should pronounce it differently. Cabal Pit. Not Cabal Pit. Alright. Knight of the Reliquary is the MVP in this game right here, I'll tell you that much. Hot diggity dog. Well, I mean, alright. Let's see. I don't think I'm willing to take 13 right now, but I mean, who is? Let's see. because I don't really want to pay the mana to keep it up, and then I can just bounce it next turn. Yeah, Leyline would really have been good. I was not really paying attention when I sideboarded there. First video back. Come on, folks. Give me a break. Alright. We got a true name, so it looks like I can block well. Hopefully. That's really good. Got the land when I really needed it. That was pretty crucial. Alright, so they paid with the Wasteland because they see my 3 basics. Sylvan Library is going to draw them a couple extra cards, or at least dig them a little further in their deck. Now they're not going to get through with the Knight unless they get it trample somehow, or make me sacrifice the true name, which is entirely possible. Or Council's Judgment or something like that. I don't know. Oko does not do it, but it does gain them 3 life most likely. Not this turn, but soon. Okay, so they don't even bother attacking, which is kind of a problem because they could use the Knight for something. You know, to sacrifice a land and go find something on the fly, and that could pose to be a big deal. I don't think I really want to play a Lord, do I? I mean, kind of want to bounce that thing. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play conservatively still, and I can just attack them. Because they're gonna gain 3 next turn and be back at 6. That's the problem here. Ooh, so what you're telling me is I could bounce the food, and then they would only gain 3 and go to 6, and then I could... I don't know, that kind of leads down a nasty trail that I'm not really sure I'm willing to go down. Alright, so this is a 14/14 Knight of the Reliquary. I'm sure there have been bigger, but this one certainly is not small. Alright, getting bigger, getting bigger. Okay, so they pay with the Wasteland again. Oh no, okay, they're paying with the Underground Sea. Wait a second, is that an island? That is an island. Alright, so they could potentially gain 6 life here, right? Yeah. Well, if they use the Knight, but they might play a land here. Have they already played a land? Doesn't look like they've played a land. Just gonna petty theft it, I think. Here, because they would just wasteland something here and kill me if I took it down to 1, which would be kind of stupid anyway. So it looks like they're only going to be able to gain the 3 life here, unless they... Yeah. Wow, so they didn't... Oh, they couldn't play the Knight, that's right, because they didn't have a white mana. Ha! How cool is that? Eat that! Alright. Land? Image is respectable. Just hoping I don't see another Plague Engineer, because that was brutal. Yeah, because they're going to be at 6, you know. They're acting like they're at 3 this whole time, but... Okay, go to 6. Done deal. And just hope, wish, and pray for no Plague Engineer or some other thing that I'm not thinking about. Gar darn it. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Never didn't have it. That's okay. I have Dismember in my hand, so hopefully we can wrap this here thing up soon. I'm not chained to the Tabernacle for this turn. Did land another true name there, though. Can't just play it right now, though, so that's the issue. I guess I should just play the Lord and Dismember Plague Engineer next turn, I guess. But I don't know. So they don't have any working food tokens because this thing can't actually tap for the life anymore. Okay, so yeah, that's why I wanted to do this. Oh, what? Hold on. What is this? All creatures have at the beginning of your upkeep destroy this creature unless you pay 1. Oh, Oko says it loses all the abilities. Ha! So the ability that the Tabernacle would have given to the food token to be paid, you have to pay 1 for, is null and void. Interesting. I was not aware of that beforehand. That's a pretty sweet interaction. Alright, so they're going to be able to go to 6 here. I don't know if they're going to do that immediately or not. Okay, just pop the Lord. That's okay. I'm going to dismember this here Plague Engineer. I christen the Plague Engineer dismembered. Alright. Ooh, doggy, we getting close here. Down to 6. Alright, so 4th land. I'm not sure. Okay, so I can't get any damage in quite yet. And they've got 2 dead Plague Engineers. Hoping that that's all they have. But they only have 29 cards in their library, so they're 11 cards ahead of me. They've really been digging a lot with that. Knight of the Reliquary. Okay, so I'm at 6. I guess True Name would probably be the best play. Because if they do have another Plague Engineer, then they just have it. But if they don't, then I potentially could, well, not win, but I could do well. I mean, I could have played like 2 Oracles and played the Lord next turn and then had, what, 4 Island Walk damage. And then maybe drawn another Lord or something, and then I could have like 7. And that would have gotten me through for a bunch, but, you know, they're still going to be making another food token, so they're going to potentially be able to gain 6 life here, go to 9. But they have 6 cards in their hand, so, I mean, they can do all kinds of things here. Toxic Deluge. Yuck. Alright, go down to 2. Oh no. Now I go down to 1. And they have 2 creatures, which is a problem, indeed. Indubitably. Well, this here thing is gonna have to be like this. I'm just gonna have to play Oracle. And wait, scry means I put it in my hand, right? Or I put it on the top, yeah. And then I guess just the other Oracle would do. And they're both gonna die. Man. I guess a third Oracle on top is good. This is rough. Here's to hoping they just click, oh, I'm going to keep a card and lose 4 life to Sylvan Library. Because I don't like this much at all. They are way ahead of me on time, too. That's not like me, but... Assassin's Trophy. Okay. That sucks. I believe that's the end of the game. And I don't know, is that the end of the match, too? I can't remember. It might be. I really can't remember. It's been so long. No. Wow. Okay. So there's going to be a third game here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because I didn't sideboard real well. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so I've got the ley lines here, which are pretty uncharacteristic for Legacy Merfolk, as far as I'm concerned. I think, like I was talking about, Spreading Seas will be good. And Echoing Truth actually might be pretty good because of those food tokens. Now, did I see that they had the land combo? I didn't see that. But I wouldn't put it past them. So the Vencers might be better anyway over Dismembers, because Dismembers are going to hurt me pretty considerably. And the Vencers will just get anything. 67 cards. Okay, so... Curse Catchers can probably come out, and I guess, well, I would say I'd like to cut a Vial, but I got 3 cards left to cut, so... I mean, maybe the Vencers can just go out and, you know, I can just roll with 2 Brazen Barbs and an Echoing Truth. And then maybe cut that 1 Vial I was talking about. But maybe actually cut an Image and bring in that 4th Vial, just for the possibility of getting that turn 3 win that I mentioned recently. Force of Negation might be alright too. Probably should do that. But they're playing a lot of creatures. I mean, yeah, if I want to Force of Negation like Sylvan Library or something like that, maybe Assassin's Trophy. But, you know, they have Abrupt Decay more so than Assassin's Trophy, I would think. I don't know, they might have 4 both. Who knows? That's why we don't get the deck lists outright. Yes, I want to go first. I did not get a ley line, but did get Spreading Seas. But I don't have a way to play these Lords or the Thassa's Oracle. More than likely we'll draw a blue land or a cavern. Especially with Spreading Seas. But I'd rather try to, at least once, try to get a ley line. Oh well, okay. This is pretty much the same hand. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just keep this and forgo the ley line. That would have helped immensely if I could have gotten one, but oh well. Alright, so really just that tabernacle really locked me down last game. That was pretty difficult to deal with. And Mox Diamond on turn 1 is also difficult to deal with. Baleful Strix. Okay. So what I'm going to do is probably just Spreading Seas this Bayou. Well, I don't know. See what I draw. Yeah, I got Echoing Truth. Yeah, I think I'd rather just do that right now. I mean, I guess, you know, to be more efficient, you could just play the Lord first and then Spreading Seas. But who are we kidding? I'm not here to be efficient. Drew the ley line there that I was looking for, but that's okay. Ley lines, I don't know. I kind of have an affinity toward ley lines. You know, Relic of the Progenitus might be a better card overall because I found that putting the cards into exile is actually relatively important compared to you know, Grafdigger's Cage or something that locks the graveyard out, because people are using Punishing Fire and, you know, different things and bringing the card, you know, back from their grave to their hand just outright and able to recast it, you know, somehow, and that just defeats the purpose of even having Grafdigger's Cage, in my opinion. So let's see. I think I'm just gonna go with Aether Vial. Lord of Atlantis. I'm thinking I'll probably do a poll at the end of this on my Twitter at MoonTimeDweller on Twitter about whether or not y'all want me to keep playing with Legacy Merfolk, or you know, if you have any tips for me, or you know, just tell me I'm awful and pick a different deck, or if you like it, that'd be much appreciated. Got an Abrupt Decay on the Vial. Okay. Wasteland on the Cavern. That's not fun, but okay. I mean, it's not a big deal because, you know, it's not like they're going to be countering my things. So Leovold is going to be kind of an issue if I start targeting their stuff. If I keep drawing these ley lines, that's going to be an issue too. Doesn't look like combo is really on the horizon right now, so I'm just going to go with a Thassa's Oracle right here. And prevent myself from drawing a third ley line. That would be great. Alright, I guess Image here is probably best, because True Name would be great if I had a land, and a land is right there, but I think Image is probably the best pick right now for me. Don't really want to attack with the Lord quite yet. If I saw another Lord there, I probably should have taken that, but I don't think I saw one there. Might have missed it, I don't know. Let's see how we're doing here on OBS. Alright, I think we're still online. Hope my volume's working well, and everybody can hear me okay. Alright, so we got Phantasmal Image. I think I'm just going to go with Lord here and hope for the best. Just hope they don't have something to destroy it with. Alright, good deal. Doesn't look like they do. Okay, good. So that was pretty big. Alright. Took 6 damage there. Now they're going to put... Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that stinks. So, Blast Zone has been a thorn in my side ever since it came out here in Legacy. Because it's not only going to pop my Lords and my Creature and my Thassa's Oracle, but it's going to get rid of Spreading Seas, too. So... And I mean, it'll get rid of their Baleful Strix, but just Leovold and their Mox Diamond's going to be out now. So that was pretty crucial. I wasn't really thinking too far ahead about that. Okay, well, that's not the worst card in the world to draw right now. Yeah, if anybody has any suggestions for me to add into the deck, I did rent additional cards from ManaTraders to play with, and they're, you know, the usual suspects. You know, I'm not playing with Silvergill Adept or Back to Basics or, you know, like a 4th Dismember and certain other cards that, you know, are pretty good staples with Legacy Merfolk at least. So if you feel the need to tell me what you think would be played and would, you know, go along better in the format or in this tournament specifically, don't hesitate to give me a shout on Twitter or through MoonTimeDweller at gmail.com. Okay, so Dark Confidant, they're going to have to pay for the 1, 2 creatures, but I'm going to be taking 5 damage. Hopefully they take like a bunch. I'm only taking 2. Yep, this game seems like it might be over already, because I've only got 2 lands. I mean, they've already popped 2 of my lands and my Aether Vial. They've done a good job of you know, cutting my resources. And I've done a pretty good job of drawing ley lines. And yeah, I mean, I'm willing to say that's about it, and just tap out for this match. So first match is a loss in the ManaTrader series. It's okay, not too worried about it. This is my first match back, you know, playing regularly, especially with Legacy Merfolk. And like I said, I think it is a 7-match series. So you have the possibility of you know, doing much better, even if you go 4-3. You know, you know, 3-4 might do well, but I don't think it would go. I think there's like a second level of Swiss, so you'd have to get through at least with a winning record, I would imagine, through the 7 matches, and then you move on to the next level, and then I think it's semifinals and finals later on at the end of August. And seeing as how today is the 11th, and it started yesterday, this is the first full day of the tournament. So thank you all for joining me. This has been MoonTimeDweller playing in the ManaTrader series. This was match 1. Don't forget to check out ManaTraders.com with your new subscription, and you can use the promo code MOON_6R4. I believe that's right. If I can, I think I said that correctly. It's the number 6, the letter R, and the number 4 after the underscore. And this has been fun. Even though I lost, I had a lot of fun. I don't know about y'all. Leave me a comment down below. It'd be much appreciated. Subscribe if you'd like to see some more of this. And hope to hear from you. See y'all later. Bye-bye.